Checks in now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, and stardom quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
1st and 10, here's Allen. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down. Blown back, it's the handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Finds Diablo there on the tackle. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds Woods. And they bring him down around the 34.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Dumped off to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate 1st down following that encroachment flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots finish up an excellent opening series. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. McAllister now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength, You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here's Swift on second down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, they did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On third down, it's Hurts. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni saw that play clock running down as he hurries to get a timeout called. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Second down now, 7 to go. Running behind center with Swift. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Hurts now from the gun. Brought in by Ayuk. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Third and long for him here. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. He's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. New England taking the field. Its second series of the game coming up. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a New England first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll get to him inside. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Allen on the play action. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Looking that time for Deontay Johnson. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Patriots have their punting unit out. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. And the Patriots in the nickel for this 3rd down call. Hurts to throw. He's on the move. He's running for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Throwing here, Hurts. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A handoff left for Swift. Still working past the 40. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Hurts setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 3rd and just 2 to go. Hurts. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Hurts. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And it looks great flying through the air run, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Hurts throwing again. And the Patriots got home. They dropped him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss and now gets this one away. And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. On first down, Allen. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Gets this to Woods. Still going through the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Owen back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing here, Allen. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Throwing from near his own goal line. Forced out to his right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Now, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Back to throw, Hurts. That's incomplete left side. That throw is looking for Brandon Ayuk. And now they face second down. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Jukes one defender. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Pats will take over. They've got first down from the 31. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Miss on the move here. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Dumps it off to his running back. Running in the red zone. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he has the New England touchdown! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Lining up now to try the extra points. Scared folks for a bit, but his extra point is good. And the Patriots drive their lead to 11. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. McAllister now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. Running back sent in motion. First down throwing from Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Connects on the crosser. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the pistol, Hurts. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Second down now, 7 to go. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Hurts now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Putting a receiver in motion. On first down, Hurts. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So second down coming up. Running with Swift out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that that you see Dick Buckets, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Eagles in possession. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. Jason Sanders on for the field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Aubrey puts it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Patriots back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. First down throw for Allen. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively in a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll stick with the ground game here. And this one doesn't go far. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. And if you had another rushing play on your bingo board, you are correct. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Braden Mann on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. We've arrived at halftime with the Patriots in front after 2 here in Foxborough. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. Xavier Legette, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in the victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. McAllister now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Motioning him from the slot right. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. The defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Has him on the quick hitter. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Josie Jewell making that stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. The give now out of the shotgun. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Pressure coming. It's Allen. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they're left with 4th and short. On now comes their punter. Braden Mann will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they played on their side of the ball.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Going on again with Swift. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Throwing here, Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And a nice pickup ends beyond the 35 as he goes out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st down. Here's Swift. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now Hurts. That's brought in. It's his back away, Davis. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Hurts looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
The Patriots offense all set to go. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now motion Johnson right. Going back, it's the handoff. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by the veteran Carlton Davis. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Able to find Peoples-Jones here. The 30. Gets the 10. He will go. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots lead by 14. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots lead by 15 now. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. McAllister now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. First and 10 now from the 30. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 now from the 30. Now Allen. Finds Woods. And he's going to be blocked down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a New England 1st down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. He breaks the tackle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw now, Allen. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they get this down to the 28. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Running it after the penalty. Hits the end zone for the New England touchdown. The Patriots make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots grow the lead now to 22 points. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts now from the gun. And finds Ayuk complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Flush down out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Running behind center with Swift. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. We send a man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Try and salvage something. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their 1st. Lucky to still even have a shot to score here as they set up now 2nd and goal. Hurts. This throw is cupped. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee. Hurts now on 3rd and goal. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that forces them to 4th and goal. On 4th down, Hurts. He's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home, and boy, did they ever in a big moment.
The Patriots running their offense out there. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. No gain on the run, so they're left with 4th and 7.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Eagles will take possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Davis makes the play along the sideline. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Back to throw, Hurts. He's got him, that's Swift. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Hurts to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Finds his man over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, he keeps it left on the option. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it again.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Getting out to his look. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. On 1st down, Hurts. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. First down from the red zone. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Hurts throwing again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they're on it, but he's dropped again. They've got to keep moving quick here. Desperation time here on 4th. He loses the football. Scooped up by the Patriots. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does. Because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum on. It's not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuffed you, but they could rip that ball away from you too.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
So this is a win for the Patriots. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. In week 3. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
On 2nd down, the run with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Shotgun snap to Nix. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for Raiders first. We've set it down for him at the 38. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Gets this to Sanders. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's caught for the first. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Richardson. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Caleb Shudak on to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation. Okay, defense broke through so quickly they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be Raider football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. We'll start on the ground with Gibbs. We'll cobble together a yard there. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Chase coming in motion right. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. 8 yards on that play, and they only have 1 now to go on 3rd down. Another one for Gibbs. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Short pass caught by his tight end. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll come up first and 10. Play action with Richardson. Complete out to the right. Having gained up a handful there. Brought down by Deron Bland.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Able to hit Ryman, complete. And this one does not go far.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. They get it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Gibbs. Is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull that in front further. 13-zip. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Extra point is up and good by shootout. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the game.
Isn't holding up. They're into the drop in. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Even after that gain of 9, Brock, they're still stuck behind the sticks. It's 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
You know, that's one you watch the next day, Kate, and just boom. As a QB, you're a perfectionist. And when it's caught but out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little bit more accurate on your end.
Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Raiders and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. They've got 1st down from the 31. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down throw here from Richardson. It's caught. This is Gabe Davis. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Connecting on the slant. And he gets him around 6 there. Lonnie Tavai arranging in for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Throwing now, Richardson. Completed to Davis. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. first and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. Juke the defender. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Caleb Shudak now on for the field goal. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Skiba puts it through. And that will add to their score.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And it's not good, Bronk, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback, as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Play action with Nix. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Chidobe Owuzie.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Oh, like air out of a balloon. You saw all the excitement disappear when they saw the flag in the backfield. That penalty nullifies the INT.
Well, don't hit the quarterback then, Kate. Certainly don't rough him. Crying out loud. The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
Oh, he trucked that defender. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 39. And that will set up 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
You're down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line. You really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get a position to swat it away. That is well done.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and goal, here's Nix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The Raiders returning their offense and this running back to the field. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Rolling from the pistol, Richardson finds Sanders. And they make the tackle at the 38. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Vegas first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, the quick tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders looking at 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Richardson. That's caught, here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's short the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
From the 17. On a quick slant, it's Davis. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Gibbs. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Again, it's Gibbs. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Point after added on by Shudak. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Nix with it on first. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. It's taken in by Williams. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Throwing for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. We're at halftime here in Vegas. The Raiders defending their building thus far. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Xavier Legette, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in the victory. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He's over 100 yards rushing for the game already and found the end zone twice as well. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Gibbs now from the gun. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Cooper to Jean with the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Davis there to grab it. He pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Again, left side for Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Connects on the crosser. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know I love the language of football. Just the terminology that comes with it. It's a whole new language out there. But in many playbooks, Kate, that's called cross-country. Speaks for itself. You got to run from one spot all the way across the field. Those two did it very well.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Gibbs goes up and over for the touchdown. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Broncos offense all set to go. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Nix from the gun. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Punting unit out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. The home teams and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They'll toss it to Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a
big gain downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This play goes for 36. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 37. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Play action with Richardson. Finding Davis. He gets this down to the 13-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's a gift to Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another one for Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Rolling left, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas! The Raiders piling onto the scoreboard yet again. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that could create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here comes the Bronco offense. And they're going to need to play for pride or for something to build on for next week, Brock, because this game seems out of reach, even though we've got a full quarter still to go. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Christian Harris on the stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's going to loft run deep to the left. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's tackled for no gain.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Give now to the running back. And he Drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. And off to Gibbs from the gun. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Gibbs to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Vegas first down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one's complete right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Working inside the red zone. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Gibbs on the carry. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Richardson back to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jawan Bentley makes the play. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
Denver set to take the field on offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Throw complete to Williams. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Got Williams, and it's complete.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll throw again, Nix. Short pass, caught by his tight end. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 42. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's a give, fullback headed up the gut. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That's not a call on the play sheet where you're expecting to get into space and win a foot race. You make that call to get a few yards and move on. So getting some good yardage on that one's a victory for the offense.
And he at least gets him some positive yardage, but just a small gain to the 24. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. Found some space, got his team 21 on that run back. And the Broncos get set to take over. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Nix. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 46. He'll get this to Tucker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Throwing here, Nix. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Broncos just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Throw caught at the 6. It's a Denver touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Broncos cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They put on quite the display in their own building here, something they should be proud of as they come on to take their victory lap. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Gibbs. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.